How do you dismember somebody? How do you truly agree to dismember somebody with your partner? That is the most disgusting, foul thing anybody can ever do, and they deserve death penalty. No thought about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a dark one. Stay with me because I might get sick. We have a couple, a disgusting couple. Oh my god. They met this girl online, a runaway, 16 years old, lured her to her home, suffocated her, dismembered her. How do you do this as a couple? How do two sick individuals meet one another? Toxic, disgusting, grotesque, predators, like the list goes on. They dismembered this girl. Now, I have seen this on TikTok, but I was like, what happened? And I thought this was another case that just happened. It was a 14-year-old girl that was found dismembered in Arizona. Oh my God. What is going on with people these days? How do you dismember somebody? How do you truly know if two people are sick? Are they talking about this? Let's go find a young girl to dismember. Let's find somebody online to lure them to our home and kill them and dismember them for our pleasure. How does that come about? Disgusting people. Let's get into it. They just said I suffocated. Chatty murder suspect accused of chopping up teen he lured on dating app questions judge about co-defendant. Okay, look at these two people, y'all. These two individuals. And that is the girl. Her name is Miranda Corset, and his name is Stephen Gress, and his wife or partner is Michelle Brandes. A Florida couple is behind bars after they allegedly lured a teenage girl they met online to their home, tortured and suffocated her to death over a piece of missing jewelry, and dismembered her body before disposing of her remains in a dumpster. By the way, that is a complete lie, I'm pretty sure, about the jewelry. I'm pretty sure they just tried to come up with a story. They tried to somehow say anything, which you can't say anything to this. They just tried to say that she stole something. That was it. Stephen Gress, 35, and his girlfriend, Michelle Brandes, 37, stand accused of first-degree murder and kidnapping in the death of 16-year-old Miranda Corset. The St. Petersburg Police Department said in a press release Friday that Gress picked up the girl on February 14th after meeting her on a dating app and took her to his home. After hanging out that day, he drove her back to her home. Miranda returned to his home the next day, but this time she would not make it out alive. Okay, also, I was told she was a runaway. Now, who is letting... Because it's too much going on. I still think she was like... She couldn't have had... Like, if she had family, did she tell them that she was meeting a almost 40-year-old man? Or this could be a case of like it was just somewhere she was staying, because I was told this girl was a runaway, or it might have been that 14-year-old girl. Somebody was a runaway. But you have this predator, because that's what he did. She's underage. Picking up this girl, meeting her online. Was his age, was on the dating app? What was on the dating app? What was his age on the dating app? Because they need to sue that app too, because you shouldn't be able to do this. Obviously, he probably faked his age, or she probably faked hers, because I would think they would not let this happen, right? St. Petersburg Police Chief Anthony Holloway told reporters at a press conference that there was a dispute over some missing jewelry on February 20th. Gress and Brandes allegedly assaulted and tortured Miranda for the next week. Jeez, repeatedly beating the victim while holding her captive for 7 days and eventually suffocating her by wrapping plastic wrap around her face, a judge said during Gress' first appearance, according to the local NBC affiliate. And this is why I think she was a runaway and just staying somewhere, maybe in like a half hour. I don't know, I'm just saying. Because 7 days, nobody reported her missing. Did anybody notice anything? Like, there's a lot of questions, because there are people who run away and come back home. That is a thing. They do that, unfortunately. Young teenagers, they just be out in the streets. They'll come back home later, and maybe they do it so often that the family don't care and they just don't look at it no more. It could be a dysfunctional household who don't care about where her whereabouts is, because, like, I would think a mother wouldn't let this happen, you know, try to figure out who they're talking to. You can't, like, let me meet him first and it'll be a hell no. So you know what I mean? Gress and Brandes then put the teen's body in his car and drove the remains some 15 miles to a home in the 12,000 block of Mallory Drive in Largo. There, police believe she was dismembered. Her remains were once again moved this time to a dumpster about 55 miles away across Tampa Bay. Cops had located the dumpster. However, the remains were disposed of into a Hillsborough County landfill. Cops are continuing to search for Miranda's body. Miranda's grandmother, who had custody of her after both of her parents died, reported her missing to Gulfport Police on February 24th. The police commander and acting chief Mary said her department is very familiar with Miranda, who is a frequent runaway with a history of mental health issues and drug abuse. She was also the mother of an 11-month-old child. Her grandmother told police Miranda was known to run away and she usually returned home, but not this time. I knew it. I had a feeling because I'm like, how would she get away with this stuff? But yeah. On Thursday, a witness contacted police regarding information about a kidnapping and homicide. Police realized they already had Gress in custody after he allegedly pointed a harpoon at Brandes and was in possession of drugs. Detectives quickly uncovered the horrific case. Brandes turned herself into the cops on Saturday. Gress was quite chatty during his first appearance. After the judge read the allegations against him, he reportedly told the court they just said, "I suffocated," before a public defender quickly intervened and ordered him to not say any more. Gress also questioned the court about the whereabouts of Brandes. "Where is Michelle Brandes at?" Gress asked twice. A video from local affiliates showed. "Talk to your lawyer," the judge sternly asked Gress before ending the hearing. Both Gress and Brandes are being held at the county jail without bond. Yeah, that was a lot. So did they not find her body? Or are they just going off what they said? Or they must have found a lot of blood. And oh my God, this is scary. This is really scary because the fact that they're still looking for her body, the fact that if that's true that they dumped her body in the landfill, y'all know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a case that I did early on. It was like one of the first few cases I did. The girl was like 14 or 15. She was in middle school or high school, but she was pregnant by her step uncle, if that's a thing. It was her aunt's husband, and he was having an affair with her. She was literally in love with him. She was writing. They found all on her computer, her love letters, all that. It was a lot of them too, and it was just so creepy. But he was acting like he didn't know where she was at and that they was always comfortable. But it came out that he was the one that picked her up, and he worked at like the landfill, so he knew what to do. And he killed her and the unborn baby because she wasn't fully, like, she didn't give birth yet. And he dumped that body in the landfill. Until this day, they did not find her body. That's so scary how a body can just go missing in a landfill. I'm pretty sure that stuff just sits there and decomposes. You think about a body decomposing in a landfill, not getting picked up, just decomposing. That is so disgusting, so horrifying, so sad to just be tossed out like that. If this is true that they dumped her body there, this is horrifying. Cut up her body, allegedly dismembered her body. Why did they lure her to their home? Why did they pick her up? Why is he talking to an underage girl? I really hope they get charged with like possession, like that CP, because this is a child. She's a child. No matter if she's a runaway, whatever. This is a child. So they should get charged with all that stuff. They're disgusting. They're predators. Like, charge them with everything. Oh my God. This is so sad. Like I said, I seen this on TikTok first. And I was like, why is this happening? Why are people decapitating people and dismembering people? Like, there was another one with the, y'all know, with the black and white, that couple. I did that one too. I'll put it up here, her face, or his face. But do y'all remember that one when he met her online? These meeting online, y'all, is creepy, but they were of age. And they went on a date, and she drove him home, and he dismembered her. Then there was another one. There was another black and white couple where she met him on a talking app for some reason, and he picked her up, drove 200 miles, and he murdered her. Somebody looked into a luggage, y'all. They found her torso, only the torso, in the water in the luggage. Don't open anything. If anything looks shady, call the cops. If I was a cop, I wouldn't even want to open it. I just can't look at that stuff. Oh my God. The fact that you have people that really do this, they prey on the vulnerable. People who meet online aren't even vulnerable. They're just trying to meet people. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have people who are really just in it for murder. And it's so scary because you don't know. This man, somebody out of these two, the girl and the young girl and the man, acted like they were of age on the app. And this is all on him, mind you. He had to act like somebody else, because I would hope she wouldn't, but you know, she was a runaway. They meet a lot of people, they to you know, get warm, get food, hook up with people, who knows. But they lured that girl off that app, picked her up, took them to their home where they tortured her, suffocated her, and allegedly dismembered her, and allegedly dumped her body in the landfill. If that's true, they most likely would never find her body, because those things. And then you gotta figure out, this is in Florida. You gotta figure out where they have, with the other case with the uncle who dumped the body down in the landfill. They were in Florida, and there's a lot of landfills, and they never found her body because it's so many, and it's like it's been so long. That's just horrifying. But the question for me with this, how do a couple agree to this? How disgusting can two people be to meet and think like this? Disgusting. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna keep an update on this one too, because I'm curious about what else they find, if they find her body. So on that note, be safe online, y'all, especially when meeting people online, dating online, talking. A lot of people catfish people truly just to harm them, and it's really scary that people think like this and try to harm others. It's not fair. You really have people out here like taking advantage of people, and you don't know. You don't know. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay aware, and stay alert. And I will see you beautiful people on the next video. Oh my gosh, stay safe, y'all. Bye.